Yo, quick disclaimer, I do make a couple gay jokes in the video. No shame to gay people whatsoever. They're just jokes. If I offend you, I'm sorry. Just please don't report me. Don't want to get my video demonetized. I have to provide food for my 37 children. No, but seriously, no hate to the gays. You guys are just people. There's no difference.
I guess you could say that I'm in the closet. Beach to the gay joke, Logan.
There was nothing.
What's up, everybody? Good here, and welcome back to the Stanley Parable. We're gonna be doing 3 endings today, mostly psychologically based. So after this, I'm gonna be going to therapy. Yay! I turned off the music because it has been creeping me out. So let's get into the first of 3 endings.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure.
It was
What if
spooky.
he had to make a decision? What if a
No.
crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that.
I hadn't been trained.
This couldn't go any way except badly.
Nope,
The thing
badly.
to do now,
Extremely.
Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt
Yeah.
me. Nothing will
Yeah.
break me. In here I can be happy forever.
Yeah.
I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come.
Yeah.
Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to.
Yeah.
He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer.
Oh,
Here it comes.
here it comes, guys. Oh, swiggity swaggity, here it comes. Alright, that was a pretty short ending.
A soft wind blew
glad that was one.
outside and perhaps rain started. And if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
That makes no sense. This is different.
Disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer
Right,
there.
boss's office. Here we go. Boss's office.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on
I guess
track.
you could say that I'm in the closet. Beach to the gay joke, Logan.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
I'm never leaving this closet again.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way.
You're
As
justified
it
in
is,
some way.
He's literally just standing there doing sweet FA. Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why?
Because
Please
I'm a
offer me
Minecraft
some
YouTuber.
explanation here. I'm genuinely confused. You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
You're of no
I
significance
never
to
would
the
have
story.
thought to mention it. Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending?
What
the
friends?
broom closet ending was my favorite."
Oh, that XD.
I hope your friends find this concerning.
I don't have friends.
And he was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Okay.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
I am.
You
Existential
got to this
crisis.
broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard.
How did you know?
Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
Mom, my body's gonna start decomposing.
Anyone who happens to be nearby, the person at this computer is dead.
I'm dead.
He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming.
I don't think the
so
history is
that the
very
irony
important.
and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
You got it, dude.
Ah, you too? Unbelievable.
Ha.
I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids.
Maybe we should let him finish
Perhaps there's a
talking.
monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
I have a bag of chips that can play the game. Alright, next ending, yay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Like hell he did.
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
No, we
He
couldn't.
considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours.
Yeah, that's pretty
He might
spooky.
be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy.
I am crazy.
And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
Whoa, did I
All
just
of
have a
my
connection with
coworkers
Stanley?
blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all.
That is cool. That's
None of it
interesting.
made any logical sense.
Doesn't.
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
Like we're going in circles?
For example, why couldn't
Oh.
he see his feet when he looked down?
Oh.
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
Yeah.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
There it
Were they
is.
simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real.
Did I mention my cold
And at
drink
last,
sponsorship?
He came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue.
Tut.
He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming! He yelled.
Oh.
This is all a dream.
I'm dreaming, Mom!
What a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
True.
So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
It was like
Then he
Minecraft
imagined
rated
himself
mode.
soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much
Whoosh, whoosh.
fun.
I'm
and
a
Stanley
guardian of the
marveled
galaxy.
That he had still not woken up.
We
How
got
was he remaining
Whack
so
It
lucid?
Raccoon, Tree
And then
Dude.
perhaps the strangest question of them all
Starfella.
entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner.
Yeah?
Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Holy balls, good point. Why?
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange.
It's like
I'm
creepy
dreaming
Inception.
about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he
Inception.
thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be?
Point.
Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take
I don't
responsibility
have to take
for himself?
responsibility for myself in
Stanley
the first place.
is as
I'm
awake
lazy.
right now as he's ever been in his life.
Oh.
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This
Yeah.
voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons.
The meditation
Please.
hand signs look like Leafy.
It's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
I'm not. Great.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My
Wake me up. My name is Stanley. Wake me up inside.
I am real. Please, just someone
Oh,
tell me I am
it's turning
real.
red.
I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I?
My name is Jeff.
And everything went black.
But it's gotta be black.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Of a woman named Stanley.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't.
We're like polar opposites.
It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better.
You crazy freak.
Then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day.
Oh, this dead man. How nice.
Whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life.
Shallow.
She had no time for this, so it was only a moment
I'd
that
spit
she
at you if
stood
I was
there,
alive.
staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
That is that. Thanks for watching. I don't know. Oh. Okay, this happened. Alright, I know what to do here. This is an ending, I think.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Welcome to the whiteboard ending, guys. Anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend. So I'm Glazed Jeller. I'll see y'all in the next episode. Boogity boogity.